Early in the course, when we were looking at HTML and the problems which it solves, we mentioned that hypertext is a text displayed on a computer, which links to other text or documents. These links are called hyperlinks. We already have our menu items, just like the example here, but we need a way to change them to be links to other pages. To do this, we have a element, which stands for anchor. We can use it to link to other pages, different locations on the same page, or even other websites too. Let's get to work by adding links to our menu items. So let's go over to the index page, and let's go over to our header, up at the top, and these three links here. First, we need to add the A element around what we want to link. So in our case, we want to link the text here. So I'm just going to cut this out and then open up the A element, which is opening and closing. In the middle of here, we can paste in our home link once more. And this means our text is going to be clickable. Then we add a location we want to link to by adding the href attribute, which stands for hyperlink reference. So inside the opening A tag, add href, which is href. And then inside this href, we can add a link. So let's link to a random website. Let's say the Mozilla website, which we visited earlier. So http://developer.mozilla.org and save that. Over to the browser, refresh, and then back up to the top of the page. We can see instantly that there's a change with the home link. If we hover over it, we now see a different cursor, and it's also a different color with the underline, which shows that it's a link. So let's click on this and see what happens. And then we're linking to this developer.mozilla.org website. So that's all working fine. So we hit the back button, we're taken back to our index page. This is an external link because we are linking away from our own website. We can also create an internal link to link to another page in our project too. So let's create some more web pages to link to. So back over to the project. So let's go over to our text store. So make sure we're not clicking on the images folder. So we'll click off this and then click on new file. So make sure this new file is outside the images folder and alongside this index.html. Then let's save this contact with the .html extension, just like the index page. And then let's just add some simple text of contact us page. Save that. And then let's do one more too. New file. And then let's call this the product-detail. Again with the .html extension. And just add some text of product detail page. This will be the page which we'll link to when we click on one of the individual products to get some more information about that individual product. So now we have our new pages. Let's go back over to the index.html. And instead of this external link, we're going to remove this. So we're going to create an internal link to link to these two new pages which we created. So the first one I'm going to do is link to the index.html page. So because this is the home link, we want this to link back to this index page. So give that a save. And then we click on this. We can see nothing changes because we're still linking to this index page. And of course, we're still taken to this index page. Now for the shop, if we cut out the shop text, we can add the link with the A tag and paste this in the middle. We don't have a shop page just yet, so we can leave an empty href attribute. This means it'll still be styled the same as the rest of the links, but it just won't link anywhere when we click on it. Then the contact us page, which is one of the pages which we just created. Let's open up the A tags, paste contact us inside the middle, the href attribute, and this time it's contact.html. So save that. So just like when working with images, this file path is relative. This means it's relative to the current location. So we're currently in the index.html page. The contact and product detail page is alongside this page in the folder structure. So therefore we can just add the name of the file. If we had one of these files inside of a folder, we would also need to add the folder name just before, like this. But we don't, so we can just leave this as contact.html. So give that a save and let's try this out. So refresh, we can try the shop, and we don't have a link to anywhere, so this is just staying on the current page. We have a link for the contact page, so once we click on this, we're then taken to this contact us page. And we can also see up at the top, we're currently in the contact.html. If we click on the back button of the browser, we're then taken back to this index page. Another type of link we can use is a link to a different part on this same page. To do this, we need to add some more temporary content to this page. So we can click on a link and scroll down to the part we want. I'm going to copy the image and paste it down at the bottom to create some more content. So let's look for the images which we added before. So this, let's copy it. And all I'm going to do is keep copying and pasting this in, just to give us some more content on the page, and give that a save. And then if we refresh the browser, we now have some content we can scroll down to. So this will allow us to click on a link, and then the page will scroll down to the section of the same page. This is possible by adding an ID. So let's add an ID to one of these products. So at the very start, an ID is just an attribute, like we've seen before. And let's call this an ID of link. We can then scroll down to this section when we click on the home button. So let's replace the href here of index.html with the value of a hashtag and then link. The hash is used when working with IDs, and we'll see this a lot more later on in the course when working with CSS and JavaScript. So for now, give that a save, then refresh. And now if we click on home, you see the page now skips down to the first product on here, which is the one we added the ID to. Also, we can link to other pages when a user clicks on one of these images. First, let's reinstate the website to how it was. So let's remove this link here and back to index.html. If we scroll down, let's remove this ID attribute. And then we can also remove all the extra images which we added in to give us the extra height. So remove all these extra images, leaving just the first one which we had originally. Now we can get to work on linking when a user clicks on this image. For this, we can link the product images to this new product detail.html file which we created. All we need to do is surround this image with the A tags. So let's open up the A tags. Then inside we paste in the content such as the image which we want to link. Then inside the opening tag we add the familiar href attribute which is going to link to product detail.html. So product-detail.html and give that a save. We can also remove this width attribute too. We'll size this later using CSS. So remove that and give it a save. Now over to the browser, we can reload. And now we can see when we hover over the image, the cursor changes to show this is a link. And click on this, and then we're taken to the product detail page, which we created here. So this is how we can add links to our website. The final thing I want to do before finishing off is to copy these 3 links from the header section. And remember, these are the same links which are down in the footer. So just copy these, and then we can replace these 3 list items in the footer with the ones which are links. Give that a save, refresh. In fact, I need to go back to the index.html. And then down to the bottom, we can see the footer section now has 3 links too. This is how we can use links inside our web pages. They are a really useful and important part of building websites, as you can see, and we'll use them a lot as we progress throughout this course.